You're listening to 182.3, Care What People Think.
Welcome back to the Care What People Think podcast. So that is how office culture goes because no one knows what's going on. And a lot of times people just shut up because they have to go back to work. And that was an example of that. Didn't even tell Ryan, and he joked about doing it before we started recording.
That joke was dead. And honestly, bro, that is what office culture is like. You're right, dude. It's dead. You feel dead inside. It's just not it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be the topic we're talking about today because if you're new, Ryan recently got a 9-to-5 job in November.
Yep.
November. And then
6 months ago, yeah.
I've been at my trash job for a year and sadly 3 months. So we have a decent amount. Well, just a little bit. I know some people be out here working for like 10 years, which is absolutely insane. Would not be me. Could not be me. Not on a boat with a house or in a blouse. Dr. Seuss. But regardless, starting this episode off, something I'm proud of, which I feel like is kind of a cop-out, but it's okay because Ryan's done this before. I'm proud that I just made it through the week because actually, okay, I guess I can get a little bit more specific. I went to Colorado with Paris because I flew back for office culture. I told them this is important to know. In office culture, sometimes you may have to elaborate an extension of something maybe called the truth. So I may or may not have said that I needed to go home for semi-emergency reasons for medical stuff because I got really sick the week before. But in reality, I had a dentist appointment at 11.
Wow. Hey, dude. So, I mean, that's pretty urgent in my opinion, dude. Teeth take priority.
I mean, I was in a doctor's office, so
it's true.
And
elaboration.
Yeah, while we went, Paris has only been to Colorado once before, and I kind of showed up with absolutely no plan. And this time, I actually showed up with like an itinerary and with how stressful it was to like get everything to move, like some stuff around, like this new desk setup, and then also planning an itinerary. I was actually just proud that I did that because I'm a lot weaker at planning things compared to Paris. Paris is so good at planning an experience or prepping things, just planning.
Is she like a last minute planner? Because there's plenty of, she plans like ahead of time. She's got her shit down. Is that that's what I'm hearing?
Well, especially like if we're going to travel somewhere, she's like, okay, I have these places booked. I think this would be fun. Like she would plan like maybe 2 events on a certain day, so she won't clog up the day, but then she's also going to make sure we don't show up and do nothing. So like we went to City Park.
I like that.
Frisbee. We went and we watched Sinners. We went and played bowling.
Fire.
Fun fact, bro, no flex. I'm goated at bowling. Huh?
What was your score?
I didn't fucking know this. Bro, okay, wait. I think, so I was playing
with
my brother
like 96.
and my girlfriend.
He's going to almost hit 100.
I was at like 128. And both of them were at like 60. My beginning game started crazy. I don't know anything about bowling, and I used to be dog shit. But for some reason, I was playing really good. Within 6 turns, I did 3 strikes and 3 spares. Like I cleaned up every turn, which is really weird because.
Did you have a heavy ass ball? Because like I don't know the older really okay. The older you get, I feel like if you have a heavier ball, right? Because like as a kid, you're using the lightest shit, and it's just very hard for you to knock down all the pins unless you're fucking slinging that thing, right?
That's me though.
You do? Okay, you still do that? Yeah. Okay. I will say I've gotten to be a better bowler because I use like a 15-pound or the 15 ball, and dude, you barely have to throw it, and it like just fucking demolishes the pins. So like. It's all about accuracy instead of power. And so like the older you get, the more muscle you usually gain. And it's easier to have strikes and spares, in my personal opinion.
That's right. Funny. My brother did that. He just dropped the ball. He walked up and dropped it, and the ball was going like half a mile an hour, and it would get a strike because it was like a 30-pound ball or some shit.
I'm not talking that fucking slow, but jeez.
No, it was bad.
That is bad.
But yeah, we went to Elitch's.
Okay.
Which is
Elitch's, yeah.
Have you been to Elitch's?
I haven't been to Elitch's in the last 10 years, dude.
Bro.
Zaz.
Bro, Elitch's I went to when I was 14, and I had a pretty good memory. Also, that's like the only amusement park in Colorado, so I thought it was good for a reason. No. Why were
It's
people walking
that
around
bad.
barefoot? Why were people walking around barefoot?
Oh man,
That's
it's not even clean either. Like I get it if it's a water park, dude. It's the middle of what time you were? It's May, right? When you were still
Yeah,
there.
it's May.
It's
Yeah.
May. It's not even that warm. That's just fucking
Dude.
outrageous. Ugh.
Dude, I can't even
I
explain.
mean, it's in the middle of Denver, bro. It not to say it like brings the hood rats, but dude, some of the people there.
No, it was
Scary.
giving the worst rep ever because we walked in and we went on the first Ferris wheel or whatever, which was like the first ride there made in like 1830 or whatever bullshit. And they're like, they literally got us on and they're like, hey, so make sure to stay seated because like this is kind of old, so it may fall. So we just want to let you know. And I'm like, was that satire or sarcasm? Because that wasn't funny. Like,
yeah, literally.
And
The
then
worker probably got a kick out of that, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I respect that. That would probably be me if I was working there.
Their work ethic was killing me. I worked at Fort Fun. I worked at a fun center, and the whole thing was like, you got to go. Bro, when they were loading people, they weren't even fucking doing math. They were
what was the average age, though? Like 17? Half of them are underage and didn't give a fuck.
Oh. Yeah, but I was 17 and didn't give a fuck at Fort Fun, and I was still like cranking it out.
Yeah,
like,
but you have a mentality that's not for an amusement park, bro. You have a mentality of like, yeah, I want to get shit done.
True.
Amusement park workers on average, dude, they don't give a fuck. They show up half the time high as fuck, and they're just like, oh, the ride broke down. Let me call my manager.
Dude. Either way, it was just bad because they were like, wait, so like 4 of you are there. Wait, how many are right here? Okay, that's like 2. I think 7 fit on this.
How many are you
saying over
there?
there?
Yeah.
That's that. And then there were people walking around barefoot. We walked in to get food, bro. I saw them pull the chicken tenders out of the freezer and put it in the microwave. And then why was the food $50? And then why was
How much was it to get to the park? I bet it was another 100.
Get this. It's $55 per ticket, or if you buy a season pass, it's $100 and you get to bring a free friend pass. So instead of paying, and guess what? Parking is $35. So you could either pay $150 for 2 people and parking, or you can buy the season pass, which is free parking and a free ticket. So it makes no sense. I think they're shutting down, but no, Paris's food was literally cold. It was disgusting. And yeah, we were there for like no time. And then the rides were rickety as fuck. I didn't clock that.
Yeah.
It was janky, but I'm proud that
you got to experience that and you made it through the week. You made it through that week. It sounds like you guys had a pretty good plan. Was it your idea or Paris's idea to go to Elitch's?
It was mine because I have been wanting to go on a roller coaster, and Disneyland doesn't have roller coasters. They just have
Dude, you live in LA, bro.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but like there's literally amusement parks around.
Well, Six Flags is like far.
And what, like 3-hour drive?
No.
Further?
No, it's time. What? No, it's maybe like an hour.
I'm talking about traffic, normal traffic.
Yeah, like an
3 hours. 3 hours.
No, it's just an hour away. It's not that far.
Okay, so it's like 5 miles, like an hour away. Okay. It makes sense. Hey, LA traffic. I don't know. It's different over there. So, I would have told you though from the start. Will, don't go to Elitch's, dude. Just sketchy behavior, dude. I don't know. I don't like it. I haven't been in 10 years, but every single person that's been in the last 10 years has told me never fucking step foot there. So, if you went to Waterworld, I would have 100% recommended that. Because I've heard that's a lot of fun. So anyway, we've been blabbering for fucking 10 minutes right now. Let's talk about office culture. And I mean, there still is a schedule to it. I think I can relate that to what Will was just talking about. But I don't think it's as much of a free flow schedule as I would like. I started my first week about 6 months ago, like Will said. And once I walked in the door, I was like kind of expecting like fun, like kind of like I'm going to be learning a lot of stuff and like always on my toes. No, people just sit at the fucking desk for 8 to 9 hours a day when it could be an hour or 2 job done. Like you could be out of there by 10 a.m. But the thing is,
during their lunch too.
Yeah, during their lunch too. I think the hardest part is that the corporate side of things see it and they're just like, well, you can't leave because you have to be answering the phones. You can't leave because you won't get all your shit done by 10 on average. And it's like, okay, but why am I there till 5 p.m.? And okay, then why don't I get more vacation time if I get my shit done early? And no, it's not like that. It's not fair. It's kind of just bullshit. I don't know about you. That's the hard reality of an 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever the fuck. Will brought up lunch. It's not a fucking break, dude. It's just not a break. It's just bullshit. Dude, I had my boss last week say, "Hey, dude, we're actually like really busy this week. Can you stay?" And I go, "Yeah, I mean, I ordered food and stuff, but I want like 30 minutes. I was just gonna run like an errand or so. I'll be right back. I'm not even gonna go back to my place." He goes, "Sorry, dude. Actually, nah, we're like really busy. I don't think that's a possibility." I'm like, it's literally in my contract that I get. It's a 9-hour work day, and that hour in between is for lunch. So 8 hours of work, 1 hour of lunch. How are you revoking my 1 hour of happiness a day? Like, that is insane. So I just thought that was kind of bullshit. I think lunch breaks are just kind of ways to say, yeah, you can go to the bathroom for a long period of time and you'll be fine. Yeah. There's been times I've literally sat in my car because my head is like pounding. I'm just like from work and stuff. And I'm just like, that is my lunch. So it's not even like I'm really enjoying it. I'm just like low key just sucking in or just taking in all the shit and just fucking sitting in my car to like feel a little bit better. So
that's usually what I do on my lunch. I literally just go into I don't want to be stuck inside all day. So I usually go out to my car and have the door open so I can at least be somewhat outside or like breathe fresh air. But no, as Ryan said a couple episodes ago, as of lately, I kind of just, if I don't have lunch like already made to go at work, because I don't buy lunch at work or order lunch at work, I literally I will stay clock. Okay, I don't want to give too much info away. There's a way that I can clock out once I get home, which is fine because you can actually it's dumb. I don't think you can do this. I can clock in and out via my phone.
I used to when I was an intern.
Oh, okay. Because I literally will stay at work. Say it's 3:30. I will then drive home and then clock out. Because when I first started, I would clock out, be honest and be like, hey, I have to book it home and then eat and then leave. But like now, I literally just take the extra 15 minutes. Because technically you can take like a 15-minute break whenever you want. And so if I were to ever get caught, I'm like, oh, I'm just putting my 15-minute break as I'm leaving to go to work. But it doesn't matter. So it's basically like an hour 15 lunch every single day. But no, I feel it's just not enough. Well,
I think you kind of brought up a good point too. Like there's a line where like you're definitely abusing lunch and you're just like not getting paid for it, or you're getting paid for it and you're not clocking out at all. And then there's another line where you just said, I take the 15-minute drive and I get paid for it because you fucking deserve to be paid for it. And it's just like, I think, dude, just how we've been raised, we just want to do everything kind of to a standard, right? Where we want to make sure we're not like idiots and we're not like catching ourselves in lies, but at the same time, bro, like the game is the game. And
the game is the game. I'm gonna paid to get home.
100%, bro. I was getting paid absolute shit when I was an intern. And you're right, dude. Clocking in and out of your phone, it's like kind of like a justice system where you're like, well, I mean, I could like, eat my breakfast and then clock in, or I could like clock in 30 minutes before work. You know what I mean? Bro, just saying.
It's so dumb. I took my break yesterday at 4. 3:45. I drive home. I clock out at 4 to 5. I leave my house 10 minutes early to get back to work. Okay. This is something no one tells you, if just in general, if you have a job. It's a little bit more specific to California, but parking, bro, Fridays are busy for parking because it's downtown. I understand. I was driving in the parking lot for 17 minutes. I was 17 minutes late to the end of my break. It was like 5:15 now. I walk in. I sit down for 3 minutes. My coworker goes, we should just leave.
Bro, what?
So normal Will would be like, nah, because I took time in the parking lot and I only have like 45 minutes left to work because I took a lunch super late in the day. No, best believe you don't got to tell me twice to walk out. I fucking walk out so fast. I literally drove to work, sat down for 3 minutes, and stood up and left.
Do you have coworkers though that are the opposite? They're like, no,
Um,
I don't know. I'm a little scared. I have literal coworkers, bro, that will stay till 5.
That's
Even
me.
like if,
That's
dude,
me.
I'm not that person, bro. I'm not that person. Get me the fuck out of there. If we're not doing anything at 3:30 and my workday ends at 5, then you must believe I'm asking my boss if we have shit to do and we can leave. Because I'm not sitting around for an hour and a half getting paid either way if I'm there or not.
Watch
And then I
YouTube.
can
Watch YouTube. That's what I do.
I do usually. I'm usually on my phone or watching YouTube or some shit, and it's just like I'm wasting my time. I want to be outside. I want to be doing something. I want to be getting groceries. And then another thing too is in the back of my mind, rush hour is at 5, right? So
Yep.
like I don't really have much of a transit time to like work. It's literally like a 5-minute drive, which is so chill. But
Yeah.
I'm serious. I if I want to go get groceries, and let's just say I leave at 3:30 from work, it's gonna
Mhm.
take me 5 minutes to get to the grocery store. And if I
Whoa.
leave at 5 p.m., it's going to take me 15 to 20 minutes each way, obviously.
Damn. That's
So,
like
like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm like, I want to get out of the fucking crowds and I want to go home and I want to just do shit other than just like sitting at my desk because I don't know.
that's the epitome of office culture, though. You're like, let
It
me
is.
literally get out. But no, to answer your coworker question, I kind of am the coworker like that because my boss doesn't actually show up that often to work all the time or our
Ah,
office all the time. So, like, theoretically, there's a lot of flexibility to go. Also, me and my one other coworker do be like caring because there's only 4 coworkers in.
sure.
I work at a really small company, so okay, we have 2 people on the no. This is a
Oh,
kid's
God.
book. This is a kid's book. There once was a job with five workers, 5 workers and 2 bosses, and then they hired someone. It turned that yeah, 8 people. Oh, she didn't know anything. I think I talked about this on the podcast. She didn't know anything
think
about
so.
marketing, and she didn't know anything about anything media related. Oh, she got fired. Then some random person after a year, they just got fired. No question,
No
no reason.
reason?
They didn't do anything. They just
What the
got fired. I don't know what the fuck. So now we're down to 2 bosses. We got 4 people, 2 on e-commerce, 2 on marketing, and then someone was like, "Hey, I'm moving up in life." After 6 months of being here, they put in their 2 weeks. So then they hired this new person. Whoa, we're back up to 5. I shit you not. 4 days later, the guy that was about to leave, he was
Yeah.
teaching him everything. He leaves because he put his 2 weeks in, and the next day they fired the new guy.
Holy shit.
So it's
You're back
one
down to
person.
4.
Yeah, so it's there's the same amount of bosses as there are people in the office, and
That's insane.
yeah, that was the whole point of that.
Kind of a
is, like,
problem, bro.
people just leave. They come and go, and it's like I expect, kind of like in a classroom when people come and go or something, like say they're in the wrong class or something, you at least interact with them at some point throughout the year, and then you can, I don't know, ask about them, like, hey, what happened, or like you'll know just from like social whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Or it feels like a movie where it's like, oh, someone got fired in their life, they're the main character, so like
Yep.
you are expecting a cutscene or music or a transition. Nope.
True.
They just don't show
They just
up.
don't exist anymore. You're just like,
Exactly,
all
they
right,
just-
I'll never see them again. All right, cool.
Actually,
See you later,
just
Mike.
like this dude, when I first got hired, he worked there for 3 years.
Yeah.
One-
Okay.
one
I have
person
something
came
to
in.
talk about that too.
This person
Because-
came in and was like, hey, let's get some coffee. Bro never was seen again. Bro was never seen again. Terrifying. And I don't know what happened.
And the next week, you'll just see him on the news. Brian violently
Brian went and had coffee.
yeah,
Now he
went to a coffee shop, died immediately. The coffee beans caused a toxic reaction to his gallbladder. Brian's gallbladder exploded.
it's not the direction
And you'll
we're
just
taking it.
and you'll just be like, "What the fuck?" Okay, I mean, he worked with me. No, but actually, the reason I think that's a really good thing that you brought up because, dude, there was one guy. His name was oh my gosh, it's been like 4 months.
Damn, man's gonna out him like that. Bro's gonna just drop his name.
No, I know. Yeah, we'll go with Scott. It was not Scott. Anyway, Scott was not liked by the rest of the office. Scott
Okay.
had his own. He was not a manager. He was not a boss of any sort. He was just like an account side of thing. I guess an account manager, but he manages accounts. He doesn't manage us, right?
Why
And
would
so
he
he
not
doesn't-
be an account manager? He manages accounts. So
No,
he's
the
an
amount
account
like
manager.
accounts like not no. I'm saying he's not a manager to like us. So
Okay.
like he's a coworker and he doesn't have authority over us. And he walks in, he would walk in every day with his coffee and his bagel and go to his office and everyone would be like, "Hey, we'll use Scott. Hey Scott, what's up? Hey man, hope you had a good weekend." You'd see him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. At 8 a.m., you'd see him at 4:30. That's the only time he'd walk from his office to get to his office and leave. And that's really your only interaction, right? One
Yeah.
day, one day, he didn't show up on Monday. And I literally asked my coworker, I go like, I don't know, is Scott late or something? Like, I don't know what's going on. I walk over, I'm like, is he in his office? And my boss did the same thing. And he just didn't show up. Scott said, fuck this shit. Scott said, fuck this shit. We never saw Scott again. Never got a reason. Never got any background. Scott just never showed up again. My boss was just as confused as me. That was it. I was expecting to like hear from him. He left everything too. He had an Xbox in his fucking. Okay, so my work is so chill. Where like if you're doing your shit, like you can have some fun on the side. We have a ping pong table in our office, and either way, this guy just played Xbox when he wasn't like busy, and he had like all of his like belongings and like more like desk stuff, like accessories.
Yeah.
He just left it all. just didn't get anything. Probably like $300 worth of shit. Just like,
Damn.
I mean, he like left his MacBook too, and I was like, all right, bro. So like in my head, I'm like, dude, what the fuck happened to Scott, right? But the thing is, life just goes on. Office culture, dude. The next day, nobody mentioned Scott. I literally walked in. I was like, "Do we hear anything about Scott?" My coworker goes, "Who's Scott?" I'm like, "No, bro, Scott. He worked with us. He was here for 3 years. Who the fuck, guys? Hello?
That's so funny.
Are we living in a simulation, guys? He was here last week. Oh my gosh.
They moved on so fast. That's
Even
hilarious.
the most loved coworker. Okay, I'm again not gonna out him, but his name was Tom. Tom was loved by everyone. Everyone talked to Tom all the time. People would go in and out of his office. Bro put in his 2 weeks, got fired on the spot because he was starting his new job in a week. The math doesn't add up, bro. You need 2 weeks before starting your new job. Tom, you fucking dumbass. And guess what? People didn't question anything. We just went, hey, see you, Tom. Never saw Tom again. Like, what the fuck, dude?
And then the next day, you're like, I wonder how Tom's doing. And everyone's like, who's Tom?
Here's Tom. I'm like, guys, what is going on?
Oh my God.
So, you're so right, dude. You're so right.
That's such a flex to just quit and then be like, my Xbox? Nah, didn't keep it. My MacBook? It's like $3,000. Nah, I'm good.
I know.
Because we have a foosball table. It has been used once, ever. And I played.
There's not enough people to play, bro. It's just you, bro. It's just you.
just playing foosball by myself.
Your arms are on both sides.
I'm playing both teams. No, I played one game with my coworker that is on the e-commerce team, and it quite literally lasted 6 minutes, and it felt the most simulated thing ever because he was like, "Oh, anyone use that foosball table?" I'm like, "Oh, actually no." And then the internet. Move on to that. The internet was out because my internet goes out all the time, except it's a office. I don't know how that's okay. So then I'm like, sure, we play. It literally ties 2-2. And then he goes, well, that was fun. And he sits down. What? What? Who do I work with?
Bro couldn't lose. He was just like, no, I'm not losing. I'm ending in a never-ending tie.
I think later we finished the game and he won, but it was like, it was just dumb because when I got hired, people will just straight up lie to you about the culture. That's the thing too. I was getting hired and the hiring person was like, oh yeah, it's such a chill office. It's a vibe. We have a foosball table. We have stuff. Bro, no one ever used it ever. So that was a lie. And then when we did use it, everyone was like, okay, back to work. And
I
it was like
do
a
hate
6-minute
that
break.
shit, dude. It's like, why market your company if it's dog shit? I get it's your job to like spice things up and like, whoa, it's chill and you get like it's fun and inclusive. If it's not, then just fucking, I'm serious. Just be honest. Like, you're wasting everyone's time, dude. Get better. Make your company better. This is not my fault. Don't punish me because
This is
your company sucks. Dude, I want to bring it back
Oh
to
my
your
God.
coworker because I think small talk in the office, it's so fucking repetitive.
Oh,
I talk with the same dude about the same thing. Oh, the weather's nice today. Oh, dude, yeah, like,
I
what are
was
you
just
eating
about to
for
say.
dinner, dude? Like, oh, the traffic here was so rough, dude. Oh my god, your weekend plans? You're doing nothing
Yeah,
too?
I was about to
Bro.
say my favorite one. You doing anything fun this weekend?
Yeah. Monday and Tuesday is talking about the prior week, and then Wednesday through Friday, got any weekend plans? Like, it's all it is. It's like, can we just have a day just like not talk to each other? Like, I don't need to make small talk with you. Like, I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I wish I did, but like, we're never gonna get over the hump of being coworkers. Like,
That's
you
so
know how
funny.
it's just never gonna like elevate to another level of friendship. Um,
Yeah.
it's just like it is what it is, and I think that's tough too when like people can't just see that. You're just being
Well,
like overly
it's
nice to be overly nice. It's like cool, dude, but like
yeah.
just chill, you know? I don't
Yeah, no, I was gonna say you with a 9 to 5, you spend more time with your coworkers than literally anyone, especially if you move. Because right now, Ryan and I, we don't see our family physically. I mean, I hang out with my girlfriend every day. Like, we see each other every day, but it's not like I get to spend 8 hours with her every single day like I'm doing at work.
Totally.
Also, hot take, probably become less funny because you're around people
Yeah.
making shit small talk, trying to entertain yourself and cope with the shit job. So you will literally laugh at anything. So at work, it's like, because there have been so many times where I'm at work and I'll make a joke and literally does not land. No one laughs, nothing happens. And I just sit there and I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? That was not funny.
It's
Like, what's going on?
because people don't understand your humor, you know? Like they haven't been around you long enough outside of the work environment to like understand your humor. And that's at least for me. Like I could make a joke in front of you or any of my other friends and they would fucking die. Whereas someone like
Yeah.
my coworkers would just be like, what? That's so stupid. Why would you say that? Like, or like take it personal or like, you know, or like black out because it's just not funny to them. It doesn't relate. And it's like, okay. Well,
Yeah. Say a joke and I'll be your coworker. And it'll be it's literally the same way around. I
Okay.
can't think of a joke right now.
Yeah,
But,
I got
okay.
you.
Okay, I'm working.
What's that? Oh my gosh, what's that song? Radioactive. Who sings that? Radioactive. Radio.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh, imagine
Gummy.
dragging these balls down your face. Oh, okay.
Ryan, that was highly inappropriate.
Oh yeah. So you just post up?
Did you want me to Shazam it though, so you can have the song? We both started typing at the same time. I don't know if it came up on my mic.
I don't think it did. Holy
Damn.
shit, dude. It's true though. It's like laugh.
Yeah.
Have some humor. Oh my god.
Laugh.
Did it. Did.
No,
Okay,
that also
also-
happened. Or
No,
say your
you go
point.
ahead because I think it's just crazy. You can see what people can and can't handle, whether it's whether it's a joke, right, where they take it personal and you kind of know where the line is, or in a work setting where you can tell that they can't handle that much workload, they can't handle that much stress. Like for example, we have an account manager that literally freaks out when any minor convenience is in his way, and it's like, bro,
Interesting.
it's gonna be like that. It's not everything is fucking rainbow and butterflies. And like he doesn't understand that. And so he takes it out on other people. So in the in the whole office, we kind of have like a word for this person. And we don't
No.
talk about like these things around him because it just pisses him off. And it honestly makes everyone else's mood worse because he's just shitting on him. He's just fucking yelling. And I'm not gonna say the word because it's kind of fucked up. But I don't know if you have that. I mean, I know you have one other coworker, so
No. Bro, I can't. Yeah, no, I would just. The experience you get is not anything you will get anywhere else. I feel like that's something
Yeah.
valid to say. Like, bro, I was at a photo shoot for work, and so we were at a different office, bro. Okay, I'm gonna try and say this fast. Our company, they hired some extra people to help move some stuff around, and there was this guy who low key is annoying because he tells everyone what to do, but he doesn't do anything. Anytime it comes to his responsibility, anytime he gets responsibility, he'll be like, "Yeah, I'll go check in my truck," and then bro just goes in his truck to be on his phone or whatever. I don't know this guy, by the way, but he just will be. They will hire him, right? Then one of the IT guys, who, surprise, surprise, got fired. He literally walked outside, and the guy that doesn't do anything just like got out of his car, and they were like unloading something. Bro, the guy randomly out of nowhere went, "Yo, what's up? Square up. What are you trying to say?" What? You're working at a 9 to 5 and it's 2:13 on a Tuesday. What is going on? And the guy was like, "What are you saying?" He's like, "Yeah, I heard you. What do you want to say? Square up. Come on." I'm like,
I was just mad
what?
at everything.
I'm like, you're an IT guy, bro. What? Also, no shade, because I did grow height-wise after high school. But this makes it look so much more dumb when both people arguing are like 5'6". Like, you guys look dumb. I'm sorry.
Short kings.
Like,
True.
the whole, like, you could tell that they both weren't that athletic, and they definitely did not know how to, like, fight.
And so they're just use the situation probably.
Exactly. It looked like two soccer players just chest bumping. Like, or a fucking whale, bro. They were just like chesting each other, and it was so cringe because it was cringe. My coworker, one of them, fucking took their phone out, started recording this shit like it was gonna end up on World Star. Yeah, that's what she was like. He was like, "Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up?" He said that. "Give me your number," and I'm like, "What?" What?
I'm kind of surprised she didn't go throw a punch.
It's just, I understood the context of what he's saying, but if you see two people about to fight and then one goes, "Give me your number," it's like, wait
a sec.
Because then the other guy was like, "You want my number?" He's just like, "Yeah, bro, let's go settle this somewhere else." I'm like, what? You're gonna fight on your lunch break? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
and then literally,
that's crazy.
Literally, bro got fired.
I mean, kind of puts into perspective like who to avoid. I mean, you rely on people, you avoid people, and those people look like the type you want to avoid, you know, or you don't want to press their buttons because it looks like they don't know how to diffuse the situation or handle their own emotions. So that's crazy. Kind of did wish it went into something more of like a fight because that would have been hilarious.
No, it would have been so funny, but they just kept like bouncing off each other's nipples for like 10 minutes, being like, "Give me your number, bro. Let's settle this somewhere else." And I'm like, "Are you about to go fight or fuck? Because what's going on?"
Exactly. Like, they just like start kissing. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, give me your number.
He's like, "Damn, you look really good right now." Oh.
Let me see those lips. See what they can do.
Cody Co. I'll kiss you gingerly. Mark's outside. Oh, so good, bro. So good. Oh, fuck. I have one more point, and then we gotta end it because it's been like 35 minutes. But honestly, one thing, I feel like I carry the fucking team. I don't know if you felt that way when you started.
I still do.
Nobody notices. Yep. And at some point you wonder, should I keep going above and beyond or just vibe out and do fuck all like the rest of them? And there's a side of me that comes from school, comes from how you're raised. That's like, if you work hard at it, it'll open more doors. Other side of things is like, fuck this shit. I'm getting paid the same and they need me either way. So like,
yeah, a way to summarize that, because I had this point on a different slide, but following the rules does not get you rewarded, which is weird because that's what everyone's taught in society. And obviously, following the rules, don't just like fucking go to work and like throw the fire extinguisher at the wall. That's
not
or like
following the rules, but drunk or like show up 2 hours late. Yeah,
but like if you're not, kind of like Ryan's saying, it's just, you don't get rewarded for being like, I'm gonna overachieve because I want the company to succeed.
Unless you're a narcissist. I've seen it. I've
Yeah,
seen
that's
people
true.
that like make it clear that they're like better than everyone, and sometimes they get rewarded because they're so vocal and so fucking annoying that people are like, well, the higher ups are just like, well, this dude is like obviously better than everyone. He's saying it every day, so like might as well reward him. He's the only one that we even know works at the company. I
Shout out
genuinely
Tom.
forgot. Yeah.
shout out Tom.
Shout out Tom. Facts, dude. Fucking bees. Fucking bees, dude. Who's Tom? No, but either way, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I think we had a lot to say because, I mean, for everyone out there, just keep on going, keep working hard, but don't overwork yourself. It's just weird. Office culture is a lot different than school, a lot different than college, a lot different than a lot of things, right? And it's the first time for me feeling this way. And yeah, whether you're like remote or in person or still figuring it out, whatever the fuck it is, you're not alone in thinking that, is this it? Is this all I got? Because every single day I feel that way. So, also, Will didn't bring this up, but we are posting on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Reels, Instagram Reels.
Bros and boomer.
I am a
Shorts, TikTok, Instagram
Thank
Reels.
you.
And
Thank you.
visuals are on
Thank
Spotify and YouTube. Yeah.
Thank you. Either way, go check them out. Drop a comment. Send it to the one coworker that fucking needs it. Tom. Just kidding. I like Tom. And yeah.
Tom and Scott. Yeah, they're
Tom
actually...
and Scott. Who's Scott, bro? Who's Tom? Deadass.
Yeah, true.
Either way, we'll see you next week. Maybe I'll dip. Maybe I'll never show up again. I'll leave my MacBook. And remember, care what people think. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week on 182.3.